first and foremost thing is, what is education? We are not able to understand and we are not able to conceptualize properly. Education meaning, as of now, whatever we are discussing, it is a formal education. But is it formal education only sufficient to uplift? Today our main focus is why one nation, one education system exactly required, at least just in the field of formal education. Because teaching has become the last option. No one wants to become an India teacher. I want to highlight main or first 9 problems which are created by these various boards which are working under the same roof of a nation, that is called India, dedicated to the service of nation. IIT is not dedicated only for your development. IIT is dedicated to the service of nation. That is the quotation. It is only rote technique or develop some critical thinking also. How many years students or children will just go in this vicious cycle, memorizing, forgetting, rememorizing, forgetting, and getting nothing.
बड़े बड़े गोल्स को हासिल करने के लिए हम उसे छोटे छोटे पार्ट में डिवाइड करते हैं और ये मैनेजमेंट का फंडा है, हम अपनी जिंदगी में अप्लाई करते रहते हैं। इंडिया एज ए नेशन ऑल्सो हैविंग बिग बिग गोल्स लाइक सुपर पावर इंडिया, विकसित भारत, विश्व गुरु भारत. हाउ टू अचीव दीज बिग गोल्स? In 2025, we have to take some firm steps or some determined decision to achieve these big goals. I identified 9 areas where need to take some firm steps or some determined decision to move towards these big goals. First is one nation, one system. Second is culture and technology. Third is history. Fourth is Ayurveda. Fifth is local best. Sixth is nation first. Seventh is youth and sports. Eighth is our basic needs, roti, kapra और makan, we can say FCH. And ninth is related to our socialism, secularism and capitalism. We have to take a fresh look to understand this. Welcome to Determine India 2025. This series of the episode we are discussing for the view how India will become developed in 2047 and how India will become Vishwaguru afterwards. How to achieve all these goals, like our financial goals, national status goal, developed Bharat, afterwards Vishwaguru. These all path is not easy. Saying few terminologies are not going to solve the problem, because we have multiple problem in all the aspects. In this series, Determine India, we are discussing and we are trying to resolve and we are trying to highlight what are the areas where India needs to take determined steps of determined decision. Our first aspect is one nation, one system. We cannot implement, India is a very diverse country, we cannot implement or we cannot impose one nation, one system in all the aspects, in or all the areas. That will create another kind of problem, that will create another kind of chaos. But few areas are necessary if we want to develop or we want to just catch the track of development. Because development is not one day fight. It will not happen in one night. Something we are done and one night India has become developed. It is a continuous process, slow process, and it is a long process. Earlier also ancient time India was like we used to tell, Sone ki Chiriya or Golden Bharat. That has achieved not easily. Thousand of years people has put effort, then India has come to that level. Again, now we are not ready to wait 1000 years. We want to see these changes in our own life. Means before dying, we want to see India should be developed. We are not like a dreamer, okay, मेरा पोता देख लेगा, वो आएगा तब तक भारत डेवलप हो जाएगा. नहीं, हमें अपने लाइफ में देखना है. We have to work for that. We should see developed Bharat or Viksit Bharat in our own life. For that, Determine India, first step is one nation, one system. We identified few areas. First was the one nation, one election. And one nation, one election, I discussed very elaborate way in last 5 to 6 episodes.
Now next topic is under one nation one system is one nation one education. We cannot abruptly implement one nation one education. Looks like easy. What is there? You just apply one board and first and foremost thing is what is education we are not able to understand and we are not able to conceptualize properly. Education meaning as of now whatever we are discussing it is a formal education. But is it formal education only sufficient to uplift your society and nation? Is it sufficient to create a pool of scientists or create a people who will develop the commerce industry and science and technology? No. If formal education only would be sufficient, then many of the country would be progressed because every country is having their formal education system and they are following rigorously. Then that is another matter of debate and another matter of concern which we will discuss in very detailed way exactly what is education. And if we are going to change or if we are going to implement one nation one education system, then that aspect of education also will be implemented and that we have to implement in multiple way. It is not one aspect. Education is not one aspect. If formal education would be everything, then how people invented major technological things without formal education, without going to a school? Even people invented fire. आग whatever हम लोग जानते हैं fire is invented that time. No school, no college was there. That time people started to understand how seasons are changing, when sunrise will happen, when sunset will happen, how solar systems are working. Without a school, without college, without book, how they understood to make the weapon, how to invented the iron and metallurgies. They invented very sharp tools to kill the animals because that was need was there that time. Without killing the animals you cannot survive. Otherwise animal will kill you. Otherwise your food will be not, you will not get the food. To understand about the time, season, precision, geography, rotation of the earth, without book. No book was there, no college, no education, no tuition. Due to I am telling formal education is not everything. Formal education is one of the important aspect to bring the children to the path of learning. But learning is endless. Learning is endless. It is not time bounded. It is evolving. Education is evolving out of social needs and world peace. Who told? Kundan told. I will tell you many of the big people who has quoted about the education. Similar way I also made one quotation. Education is evolving out of social needs and world peace. Educations are needed whenever peace are disturbed. Education are needed whenever world is getting trapped in war. Education is needed whenever society is deteriorating below the certain level of values. Yes, we can say education is not only formal, informal, moral, values, and we have here practice. Everything combined is education. This is a big topic. I will not open this Pandora box in this episode. We'll discuss about this more and more during coming episode. Today our main focus is why one nation, one education system exactly required, at least just in the field of formal education. Formal, informal, skill education, afterwards your social development, your financial goals, these everything we'll discuss later. But first in the formal way, in academic sense, why one education, one nation, one education system required. You just go to European any country, you will not find more than 2 or 3 education boards in one country. You will not find more than 2 or 3. But in India, one state are running 5, 6 education boards. One state. West Bengal is on the top. 6 education boards they are running, and every education board you can say it is a corruption kadda. There people are so corrupted to do their work and to provide the normal degree in something. They are not providing any great thing.
Just providing a piece of paper also, they are doing so many golmaal. Then multiple education boards and total 69 education boards are there in India. It is a mind puzzling. Even I was also not I was thinking maybe 40 or 45. When I started to just compile everything, then I got 69 education boards are there, including CBSE, ICSE, State Board, NIOS, and afterward distance education. Recently also one new board has got the permission in 2022 or 23. These 69 boards are creating, just you can say haphazard way, confusion, afterwards unnecessary inequalities, fragmentation, and a stress for the student, parents, and overall society. Even teachers are also under pressure because they don't know how to teach. They don't know how to handle the pressure. They don't know how to handle their students because teaching has become the last option. No one wants to become an India teacher. Once upon a time, it was golden time when Maurya and Gupta period was there before Islamic invasion. It was one of the main passionate job of the people or educated person was to become a teacher, because that was the highest paid job in society and highest respect gaining job. People are working for getting good salary, good respect, good reputation, and satisfaction. All things are required. If you are not getting from your work any of these things, then you will not feel comfortable. But now education has become last option. Even son of a teacher also don't want to become teacher. Beyond that, what you can think? If you are not getting anything, then you will become teacher. If just suppose you are not becoming teacher also, then you will try to become leader. I am not telling wrong thing. If wrong, just I am taking back. But it is fact. It is last option to become teacher. If by chance you not got the opportunity to become a teacher also, you tried up to 40 years, 45 years, then 50 years onward your new role will start, or maybe your new career will start, that is called politics. Okay, we'll come in that topic later. Now, these 69 boards are creating so many hurdles in India. I cannot discuss all the hurdles and all the problems in single stretch. I want to highlight main or first 9 problems which are created by these various boards which are working under the same roof of a nation that is called India or Bharat. First problem is, it is creating a unnecessary fragmentation, inequality in education quality. First problem, inequality. CBSE versus ICSE, ICSE versus a state board versus open system versus CBSE, a school boards versus this school boards, math versus science versus language. We are creating so many like a group which are fighting to each other. They are trying to prove I am better, these are better. Although everything is no use. Everything is just creating inequality, and that inequality are finally it is a dangerous for the education and for the students. Second major problem, student mobility. Like just suppose many of the people they are working for transferable job. Their job, nature of job is like transferable. If they are moving from one part of India to another part of India, they will start to face problem. How their children will study? How they will get admission in new school? Because everywhere a school or college is having their own syllabus, own session timing, own exam cycle, own parameter of testing and evaluation. How to get one student adapt very easily for that much variable? That will create another psychological problem for students. Very creative student also will become dull. Very good also will be neglected. One of the intelligent student who could be done something for the nation or society, that could be discarded. All things are happening because multiple boards are there. If one board would be there, move from here to there, no problem. Everywhere, same syllabus, same sessions, same exams, same pattern, same evaluation, same result. And afterwards, once we will go for the national exam, same way of eligibility. That is second problem. Third problem is confusing grade system. Everyone adopted their own grading system. Someone is A plus B plus B minus B, whatever they want to think they are doing. Someone is only believe on percentage, someone believe on percentile. Even all how to normalize percentage, percentile and grade, how you can understand 190% getting a student will be equivalent to B or B plus for some other board system where level of questions are much lower than this board. Normalization is biggest factor. Normalization is the biggest factor. Maybe one good student will not able to fight, not able to normalize their talent and their result to become eligible for the next level. Our fourth main problem is that is creating unnecessary pressure not only for a student. Parents are severe pressure. Parents are under severe pressure. We are thinking this is information age. Everything on the just Google now, it is so many AI is there. It will give very synthetic information. Information will be synthesized at multiple way and you will get exact information. But still we are under too much stress, severe stress. Although all informations are available, but more information, more stress, more problem and more confusion. Next problem is there, English versus regional languages. English is creating one kind of barrier. Like still in India, English is a class language and regional languages including Hindi is a mass languages. Class languages never will allow mass language to become class, and mass language always will try to remove the class language to become a mass language. This fight is creating another kind of nuisance, another kind of just you can say dividing or fragmentation among the society. Next major problem is teacher quality. Already I told, again I am telling you. From where you will bring good teacher if people doesn't want to become teacher? People want to become engineer, they are fighting for the exam, they are becoming. Not a single parents, at least in my experience, I have heard. Even I belong to from education teaching family, but still my family never told to become a teacher. Means nobody is ready to become a teacher. If you don't want to go for that area, how this area will become good? Just you go to the, like especially I will quote Germany, afterward France, and then go to USA. Their teaching is the most prestigious and highest paid job. Highest paid. Whatever other professionals are getting, same package, same salary they are getting. And afterwards, extra social prestige. Due to people are admired to become a teacher. But India, teacher is the last option. If nothing is there, become teacher. If by chance you are becoming government teacher, then okay, at least your family livelihood will be secured. At least. You will not do anything for a school or college, but at least your family will live peacefully. But just suppose you are a private school teacher, then for your family also life is miserable, because salary will be so you can say compared to other profession, it is so less, you will feel demoralized in front of other professionals. Then teacher quality and further training. Whatever as a raw material teachers are coming, it is like a raw material only. System is not making them further better, sharpen, and how to tackle the situations. Next major problem is there in this current era. That is now another kind of fragmentation, another kind of division. Digitally poor or rich. Many of the schools now they are digitally rich. They have a smart classroom. Their infrastructures are very good. Many schools are struggling to get one responsive board, or you can say some good digital infrastructure, because fund is not there. Then infrastructure development, digitally poor versus digitally rich. How to fight? Now concentration is, without digitalization we cannot study. Without digitalization a student performance cannot be measured. Without digitalization we cannot conduct the test. Without digitalization we cannot take many of the classes. Means dependency is too much, but infrastructure is still struggling. Next main problem and major problem, and eighth point I am going to highlight problems due to multiple boards are national exam disadvantage. All these people will come, or a student will come from different board, different states, well versed with different regional languages, or we can say like scheduled languages of India, and afterwards they are trying to fight for a common national exam, either for engineering, medical, or other subject, or other universities, whatever. But how to normalize for the entrance? How to measure the eligibility? Age eligibility okay, height eligibility okay, your medical fitness okay, but your academic record, how to normalize? Because you have passed out from different system. Few states they are easily giving marks 90%. Few states they are not giving beyond 72%. Now both will fight for the same exam. How you can compare with them? Then this is another major disadvantage which people are getting for qualifying or fighting for the national exam, due to who are in the big cities, who are able to access the big coachings. Now another coaching area, that is another problem, that they are not allowing to implement one nation, one education system. They are also one of the stakeholder. This coaching business, they are one of the biggest stakeholder. Sometimes government will be little serious to implement or to just make some changes in education system. This coaching mafia, so called, maybe it is mafia or whatever you can assume, they will put some negative pressure on the government, because this diversity and this inequality and multiple board system are only giving the way for the coachings. Otherwise coachings are not required. If a school will be in same board will be there, same product is coming, and same questions are coming in your competitive exam also, why coaching is required? Coaching is required only to bring a certain level for the different level of a student. They will promise, I will pull you at this level, come to me. For that market is running. It is a big market, multi-thousand crores market. Then if you are a coaching teacher, it's okay. But if you are a school teacher, a struggle for the life. Next is another problem, that is ninth problem, which I just want to highlight, that is government school versus private school. That is one of the biggest demarcation. If you are speaking good English, if you are looking good, if you are wearing good cloth, people will, okay, you are from private school. Maybe you are very intelligent, but you are not able to maintain good cloth. You are not able to maintain good look due to financial situation. You are not able to go to the big schools. People will think, oh, you are from government system. This society is creating this much division. How nation and society will grow? We are keep on cutting and making multiple fragmentation and multiple groups, subgroup, inside group, outside group. How people will feel coherent for a common goal, or for a common society, or for a common nation, or maybe themselves? How you can feel? If you are just demotivated, or you are divided at the multiple lines, how you will feel I should go further, and how you will have that much courage to come out? Due to many less students will be there, they are able to come out from all these inequalities and become successful. Then these are the major area where we have to think. But this is only related to academic or formal education.
But what is education? This is biggest question. And what is purpose of education? This also we have to think. If we want some consolidated changes through education, then we must think exactly what is education. And only academic education is sufficient, or some other education is required. All these are question mark. All these are puzzling point. Education is only for individual or for society? People will think it is for me. I will get admission in IIT. After 4 years, I will get placement for a good company. I will get good package. I will get good girlfriend. I will get good wife. Bank will provide me loan. I will get the credit cards. Maybe I will visit to some other country. Life is set. But education, whatever IIT has spent for you, maybe 30 lakh, 40 lakh or 50 lakh rupees, it is only for your individual enjoyment or for something else. Goal is something else. If you might be visited to IIT I am quoting because that is the oldest premier institute of India, which was opened with the great vision. And in any IIT you go, if you have gone or if you have not gone, old IIT you go, new IIT I have not gone, old IIT I have stayed there due to I know. At the entrance of every old IIT means IIT Delhi, Kharagpur, Mumbai, Kanpur and Madras. These 5 are the premier institutes still. Afterwards, many IITs are opened. Even Roorkee has adopted as a IIT. Roorkee is the oldest institute which opened by the British. But all these IITs are opened by the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. That was the great vision. Every IIT you will enter, then it will be one quotation is written in very bold. And purpose is there. That quotation that is dedicated to the service of nation. IIT is not dedicated only for your development. IIT is dedicated to the service of nation. That is the quotation every entrance you will get. And when I was in IIT, I was too much getting excitement for that quotation. Whenever I was seeing, I was thinking something beyond my personal development. But that also goal. It is not, education is not only for individual development. It is a system of society. We are not thinking in very minute level. First thing, we are getting very much confused what is society. We left all these topics. All young generation, these are our old topic, leave it. मुझे कोई मतलब नहीं समाज क्या है, हमें अपना चाहिए. हम मेरे पॉकेट में पैसा है, गर्लफ्रेंड है, बात खत्म. हमें कुछ नहीं चाहिए. तो we have just discarded. Discussion is a different level. We are not taking this topic on the table. समाज क्या होता है, कुछ नहीं है, हमें नहीं मतलब. But society is the set of education, or education is the subsystem of society. All these we have to think in depth. Education is time framed. Now many of the genius people, I'm telling you genius in the sense they are well informed or very professionally planned life or career. If you will discuss with them, they will give you very pakka analysis. Or if you are just discussing with any of the counselor about your life, about your career, post 12th or post graduation, then they will tell you very precisely. If you are doing the engineering, then what will happen? If you are doing the medical, what will happen? If you are doing this, after 4 years you will get this. Means they are trying to convince you how much shorter time you are getting a good job or good earning money. Maybe it is not a day very far when some course will be implemented. How to become a corrupt politician? Take the course 3 years. You will join some party and you will start to get something. No need to go in depth. Education is only rote technique, or develop some critical thinking also. How many years students or children will just go in this vicious cycle, memorizing, forgetting, rememorizing, forgetting, and getting nothing? Which one is required more? Critical thinking required more for our development, or only memorization is required more? Skill development required, or economic growth is required, or both are required, or only college degree is required? These all are the very serious questions. And I am not sure how much nation is serious and how much government is serious to tackle all these questions. Education is the operational aspect of society. Through education, everything will be operated. Through education, everything will be operated. Just suppose if education would not there, now we are using all technology very easily. But can you try to understand how much pain has taken for the scientist to develop one small thing? How much painful journey? Thomas Alva Edison, everybody knows. Again, I am repeating this small inspirational story. 10,000 times of experiment to invent the electric bulb. 10,000 times. 9,999 times failed. And afterwards invented. But we are enjoying light. And based on the light only, now all urbanization is only based on our road and lights. Wherever road is there, electricity is there, urban area will develop. Earlier, like olden time, wherever river was going, culture was developing, civilization was developing. Now wherever road will go, highway will go, and electricity should be there. People are ready to do anything. But invention of that electricity, how much painful journey. It is not one, many. All they just given their life on the stake, and they have not enjoyed their life. They have, you can say, just dedicated to give something to the people. Then we are getting something. The aim of education is the knowledge, not the fact, but the values. I am not telling. It is told by William Burroughs. And Nelson Mandela told, other great people, Nelson Mandela has told, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Means education is not only whatever we are just understanding as of now. Education is much beyond that. Then just we'll continue this discussion in next many of the episode, and we'll explore all the hidden points and all the hidden aspects of the education for personal aspect, individual aspect, social aspect, national aspect, and long-term aspect. It is not short-term game. It is very long-term game. And without education, you cannot sustain. Your development cannot sustain. Just suppose you give 1 crore rupees to one of the person who is who is not educated. What they will do? After 1 year you meet, he will be same. Because he is not having brain how to use it, this 1 crore rupees. He will enjoy, he will spend everything, finally nothing will be in hand. Then education only will give sustainability. Anything how to sustain. And due to education will give, we have the many of the proven technique how education will be given or provided to an individual to make nation great. For this episode, up to here, next episode, just will continue the discussion what is education and different facets of education. Thank you very much.